Welcome back to Accounting Basics. If you're studying accounting, finance, or just love understanding how money grows over time, today's topic is a must-know. We're diving into the sinking fund method, a smart and systematic way businesses plan for future expenses. Imagine needing to replace a $50,000 machine in 5 years without scrambling for cash, taking out loans, or wrecking your budget. Sounds good, right? That's exactly what the sinking fund method helps you do. Let me break it down in the simplest and most practical way possible for you. A sinking fund is a saving strategy where you set aside a fixed amount of money every year or every month so that by the time you need to replace an asset, pay off a loan, or meet a long-term obligation, the money is already waiting for you. Accountants often use the sinking fund method of depreciation to record expenses for long-term assets. Rather than simply spreading the cost evenly like straight-line depreciation does, the sinking fund approach recognizes that the business is actively saving for the asset's replacement. Here's the key idea. You invest a portion of money each year. That money earns interest over time. By the end of the asset's useful life, the accumulated savings equals the cost needed to replace it. So instead of building up depreciation as a passive accounting figure, the sinking fund method ties it directly to real cash savings. There are a few reasons companies actually choose this method. First, real-world financial planning. Some assets, like engines, furnaces, or large pieces of equipment, have to be replaced on a known schedule. A sinking fund ensures that you're financially ready. 2. Interest earnings. The money you set aside earns interest, reducing how much you must contribute each period. And 3. It's a more accurate expense recognition. Since the goal is to match the cost of the asset to the revenue it generates, this method aligns operational reality with accounting records. Though it's not the most common method, it is very useful for organizations that deal with large, predictable capital expenditures. Here's the formula that's used to compute the amount set aside each year. Your annual deposit equals the replacement cost over your future value factor. The future value factor depends on the interest rate and the number of periods. Essentially, it calculates how much your deposits will grow due to compounding. Once the annual amount is calculated, that amount becomes the depreciation expense recorded each year. Meanwhile, the sinking fund investment account grows as deposits and interest accumulate. Let's walk through a simple and realistic example. Let's say a company buys a machine for $50,000, and that machine has to be replaced in 5 years. A business can invest its savings at an interest rate of 6% annually. First, find the future value factor of an ordinary annuity. FV factor equals left bracket, 1 plus R, right bracket, to the power of n minus 1 divided by R, equals 1.06 to the power of 5 minus 1 divided by 0.006, equals, give or take, 5.6371. Now, calculate the annual deposit. The annual deposit is equal to $50,000 divided by 5.6371, which is equal to around $8,870 per year. So each year, the company records $8,870 as depreciation and invests that same amount in the sinking fund. With interest added each year, the account will reach roughly $50,000 at the end of 5 years. When it's time to replace the machine, the cash is ready. No debt, no stress. The sinking fund method is a smart blend of accounting and financial planning. It ensures today's operations prepare you for tomorrow's expenses without surprises. If you want more clear accounting breakdowns like this, hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.